Good evening. Good evening, everyone, or good night. For those of you who it's nighttime, on my end of the world, it is 9 p.m. So I would have started the live stream a little bit earlier, but I kind of want to watch the debate between Kamala and Trump. So I waited for that. But nevertheless, I am here. Whoever is ready for a reading, go ahead and send your payment. I know Jessica Bola submitted a payment today, but there are also a few people who still haven't shown up. So let's go ahead and share the list right now. So let me just put in Jessica Bola into the list and let's go ahead and share the list. Copy. Oops. There you go. Did it. So here's the list. The people who have paid, or at least that I've seen that have paid already. We have Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Binker-Hopp, S.J. Steins, Lynn Tran, Deshawn Peel, Yali Ortiz, Tara, G. Ram, and Jessica Bola. So these are the people who have submitted payments, but of course the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people haven't been showing up for the past week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. But nevertheless, I'm going to keep them in the front of the list. I know Jessica Bola is here. If you're on the list and you see yourself on the list, and if you see yourself on the list, and you are here, please let me know. I know Jessica is here, but I'm talking about the rest of the people. Anissa Wilson, Jessica, SJ, Lynn, Deshawn, Yali, Tara, and G-Ram. If you are here, let me know. But Jessica, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your payment. I mean, your name, zodiac sign, and your question on the comments. You already paid, I know. My name is Jessica and I am a Cancer. I'm currently single and truly desiring something solid and meaningful with someone. Sorry, my question is kind of long, couldn't fit it all. Okay, so what exactly do you want to know? Do you want to know if we see marriage in your future? Do you want to see a time frame as far as your next relationship? What exactly do you want to ask? When is your next relationship? When are you going to meet the guy that you're going to marry? Because, who knows? Maybe the next guy you are in a committed relationship with might not be a marriage partner, right? So what exactly is your question? Can you please tell me when you see me being in a serious relationship next? Can you please give me the details of any? That was the rest. LOL. Alrighty. So I'm gonna give you a time frame as far as when I see you back into a committed, or when I'm seeing you gonna meet the person with whom you're gonna have the next committed relationship with. So let's go ahead and see that. Let's see, when do we see you in a committed relationship with, or actually, when are you going to meet the person that you're going to have your next serious relationship with? So we are going to be using the Influence of the Angels Tarot. For those who don't know, it is by Jody Barbessi. Love this deck. It is super amazing. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. I'm going to give you a time frame as to when I see you meet the person that you will have your next committed relationship with. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what the cards are. All right, let's see a time frame for you. I'm going to lower this a little bit. There you go. So let's see. All right, so we have Page of Wands in reverse, the Chariot, Three of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups, Eight of Swords in reverse, and also the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So let's go ahead, and in the bottom we have the Tower. Interesting. Okay. I want to make sure that the audio or the soundtrack isn't overpowering me. But from what I'm seeing right here, I see that you will meet this person within around like 7 years. I don't think it's going to reach the 8-year mark, but I do think it's going to be around like 7 years-ish, but it's going to be below 8 years. Okay, I know that sounds like a long time, but it is telling me that there's a lot of things we need to learn. We got the Tower card right here. The Tower card usually talks about when we build up on an ideology, right? When we think about the Tower, the Tower of Babel, which that's where we have the illustration from. The story of the Tower of Babel speaks about how the human race had this ideology or this belief that they felt like they were equal or better than God. And that's why they built this tower to represent that. And what happened? What happened, right? Now, this is not to get religious or anything, but the tarot cards are biblical. And the cards are basically saying right here that there's something here that we have built up or we have worked on through this ideology. Maybe we have an ideology about how relationships work, or about, again, these are hypothetical, right? Or maybe we have an ideology as to when it comes to like what kind of guy we like, right? We'll see what the cards say. But point is that we might have a bit of a reality check, and we might need to turn the leaf Or, in other words, we might need to revise our ideologies and see where there's a flaw. Okay. So, a lot of it has to do with teamwork. And whether you have always been the type of person to be a teamwork leader, a teamwork kind of person or not, this could either mean that maybe you have attracted people who didn't give their part, or maybe it could be the opposite. Maybe you haven't given your part in a relationship, and maybe you feel as an ideology that the other person should be doing everything, right? Let's start from the beginning though. We do have the Page of Wands in reverse. So I do feel like when it comes to this um, love situation, this is basically telling me right here that it almost feels like a bit of a pause. It feels a bit like your love life has taken a bit of a pause. And it seems like the challenge here has been about teamwork, about working together. And it's so funny that you are Cancer because this is the major arcana for Cancer. It could be also saying, now that this is your major arcana, it could also be saying that maybe you could be your own worst enemy too as well. Let's clarify. Let's see what the Chariot is really talking to us about. Two of Wands. There you go. Now, Two of Wands, I love that card because it's telling me that I'm dealing with someone or I'm talking to someone, a person of value. You are a person of value, Jessica. You've worked on yourself a lot, career-wise, financially, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. You are a person of value. You are a good person. And you're a spiritual person. You're a good neighbor, or at least you try to be, I'm sure. You can be diplomatic, you can be a good person, but now seeing this card, you're a person of value, and seeing this, maybe this is now clear. This is telling me that maybe you haven't attracted people who are of value. Maybe so far you haven't met anyone who has been willing and capable of giving their part in a relationship. And the reason why is because we are not in a place where we're going to reap where we have sown just yet. These rewards, these karmic rewards, or these rewards from the universe are not going to come to us just yet. And that's the reason why we're here. It's because you are a person of value. You're a person that you've worked on yourself so hard, so much, that this is telling me right here that you feel you deserve all of that. But the cards are telling me that we are here because you haven't reaped what you have sown. You haven't received what you feel you deserve. And it seems like this reward, you want it to manifest in a way where it's like, I want my reward to be a loving husband or a loving partner, right? So I do see that there was a situation with someone in your past, possibly a past life lover as well. I do see a past life connection. But this is telling me here that if there was a past life connection, or if you had dealt with someone from your past up until recently or up to the recent past, and this could be something like up to a year ago or something like that, this is telling me right here, continue to work on moving forward from that. But it is telling me right here that moving forward, I know 8 years feels like a lot, 7-8 years. I know it's going to not reach the 8-year mark. It's going to get close to 8 years, but it can be like 7 years and 2 months or 6 years and 8 months, right? But we're not going to reach that 8-year mark. When I see that right here, it's telling me we're not reaching the 8-year mark, but we're getting close to it. So it could be any time before that. But the cards are telling me, while we're waiting for that, we're going to feel like we're not getting what we want in terms of love. And it's almost going to feel like, or at least I see you coming to a point where you're going to start thinking to yourself that maybe it's never going to come, you know? So be aware of that. Be aware of that. I do see that you are going to feel this way. Okay. Then again, 8 years is a really long time. But the cards are telling me right here that you do believe that you are owed this. And it seems like all this work that you have done on yourself, for yourself, you feel like because you're a person of value, that you are owed this. You want your rewards to manifest in a certain way, your rewards from the universe to manifest in a certain way, and that is a husband or a partner. Okay. And maybe that's the ideology, right? Wanting that person, at a certain time, right? Let's see what this ideology is, this false ideology. It's funny because you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like the false ideology is you are an intuitive person. You can trust your intuition. You just don't give yourself enough credit. And I feel like if you use your intuition more when it comes to your relationships, you would be in a much better place. Okay. Trust your intuition. When you feel like you have someone in front of you that's just going to be a waste of your time, he's probably most likely going to be a waste of your time. Okay. So trust your intuition. The cards are telling me that you are a person of value, and you deserve someone of value. It seems like we've had trouble with manifesting someone, a person of value. And it seems like you get this feeling that the universe hasn't paid up, hasn't given you your rewards because you want your rewards to manifest a certain way. You want your reward to be a loving partner, husband, wife, whatever it is, right? And it is going to feel like it's never going to come. I know 8 years is going to be a long time, but the cards are telling me here, not worry about that. You are an intuitive person. Just don't get in your own way. And the false ideology here is that you can trust yourself a little bit more through the process. Okay. And maybe that's where we saw with the Chariot card as your challenge, you being your own worst enemy, not trusting your intuition. I wouldn't be surprised if in previous relationships, you kind of knew that the person right in front of you was a piece of shit, but you didn't do anything about it, or you didn't leave right then and there, right? Hypothetically, I'm speaking hypothetically. But point is that we need to give our intuition more credit and then move forward. Trust your intuition. And not only that, obey it. Okay. So, Jessica, now I know you submitted for multiple questions. Did you want to ask another question? Or you submitted $25? That's what I meant to say. So, did you want to ask another question? Do you have any other questions for me? All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. All I can say is you are really good at what you do. You even made me tear. Do not say that. I hope they're tears of joy though, because you are so on point. Thank you so much, honestly. Okay. All I have to say right now is just trust your intuition a little bit more. It seems like you have wanted the universe to give you a specific reward, and that is a person. And you've worked so hard on yourself and you want your rewards to be a person, and I do think you're gonna meet someone for sure, for sure. Just it's gonna come when it needs to come. Right now, you need to work on other things apparently, and the cards didn't specify what because that was not what the reading was about. But the cards are telling me right here: trust yourself a little bit more, trust your intuition. Okay, give yourself a little bit more credit when it comes to your intuition. Apparently, you're a really intuitive person, and when someone's being a piece of shit. But maybe you just let it slide before, or maybe before you would be like, you would ignore your intuition or try to give the person the benefit of the doubt, right? But I think moving forward, you should be fine. That person will come. And let me see if I can give you a zodiac sign, a sun sign of this person coming up. I think it's going to be a water sign too. I got Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. So I think this person that you're going to be in a relationship with in your next relationship is going to be a water sign. Okay. Thank you so much, Jessica. I hope to see you soon. Okay, let's see. You're welcome. Hope to see you around. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And because I can't tell who has subscribed and who hasn't. And I hope to see you soon. Okay? And of course, if you think of another question, you are more than welcome to ask. Hi, Rhoda. You just did? Why am I not getting these notifications? What is up with that? Ah, you did. Well, sorry about that. I didn't even get the notification. I would like to know if Chris Scorpio is coming back around. It's just a coincidence. Oh, you want to know if him coming around is just a coincidence or what? How about if I ask, what are his intentions coming back? Because I don't understand why you would ask if it's a coincidence. Okay, we dated right out of high school for a few years. Strong connection. Haven't been with him in like 6 or 7 years. He came back around in the same group of people in the same group of people I came around. I see. I see. So it's kind of like a thing where you guys bumped into each other where, where you were hanging out with friends and he happened to be there. Was it that kind of shit? Is that what you're saying? Now I see why you asked about it being a coincidence. Okay, okay. Okay, so you wanna know basically was it a coincidence or was it a setup? Is that what you're asking? Okay. Alright. So let's see if you bumping into him was a coincidence, which I'm gonna leave that as a universal, coincidence a coincidence from the universe, if you know what I mean, or you don't think it's a setup? Okay. Alright, you don't think it's a setup. Okay. So let's see if this was something that the universe wanted you guys to do. Um, and then from there, we will move forward. Okay, okay, okay. And Slim, you just asked who is next, how many people are on the list. Well, we have the same people who haven't shown up, but Rhoda is here. And after Rhoda, there is nobody else. So if you want to go ahead and submit a payment, Slim, you would be next after Rhoda. Okay. Alrighty, so back to you. I'm gonna give you my undivided focus. I need to get an assistant, I swear. But the cards are telling me you want to know if Chris Scorpio, if him coming back around, you bumping into him while hanging out with friends was a coincidence. Okay. So Rhoda, can you remind me what is your sun sign, your zodiac sign? What is your zodiac sign? Okay, you are a Capricorn. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the way I'm going to ask it is, was this a coincidence or was this something that the universe wanted you guys to do? All right. This was like a setup from the universe. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so we have 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 2 of Cups in reverse, King of Cups in reverse, 5 of Swords, and the Chariot. Well, they're saying it is a coincidence. It is just a coincidence. But your challenge here is the 9 of Cups. Let me see if that's him. Yeah. Okay, so the cards are telling me. So this is all about, we have in the bottom of the deck, reaping what you have sown, right? Reaping what you have sown. When I see the 3 of Wands, this is talking to me about someone who has done a lot of inner work, who has done a lot of work inwardly, outwardly, and now they feel like it's time for their reward. We are dealing with a reunion. We start the reading with a reunion. 3 of Cups is the epitome of reuniting with someone. Sometimes it is about celebration, sometimes it is about hanging out with friends, but in love situations, or in this case, past lovers, this is talking about a reunion. And also, this card is suggesting that they would be okay with just being friends. Okay. I'm not talking about friends with benefits per se. I'm saying just being friends. Okay. So, your challenge, though, you are dealing with someone who feels like you check off all of the boxes. He feels like you check off all of the boxes, everything that he wants in a person. And as a matter of fact, he is willing to see where this can go. And the reason why we're here, 2 of Cups in reverse, is because obviously there was a thing in the past between you two. But it seems like he was someone that was insecure in the past. King of Cups represents water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and he is a Scorpio. And this being in reverse, this could tell me, one, he didn't trust you. You probably thought that you were stepping out on him, cheating on him, or probably entertaining other men, or had the suspicions. Whether he did express that or not, this card is telling me that we're dealing with a man, most likely a water sign. And this was in the past, right? And he is a person that you dated in your past. So this is telling me that back then, whether he made this known or not, he didn't trust you. He suspected certain things, and he was very insecure. Okay, whether he made that known, whether he made that apparent or not, that's irrelevant. But it is telling me here that he didn't trust you. He probably had suspicions of you stepping out on him and all of that. What's known to be true, though, we do have the 5 of Swords, so I do see an argument. I do see an argument or a misunderstanding of some kind, some tension. And I do think it's going to be between you two. And I feel like this is about karma. I feel like this argument that I feel like would arise between you and this person. So I feel like there might be some interaction between you two in the future. I feel like there's some karmic lesson with that. Whatever you guys are going to be arguing about, there's a lesson with that. And there's karma attached to that. So be aware of how you handle the situation and what is going on, because I feel like this is going to be a deep lesson for the both of you. But moving forward, we do have the Chariot, which I feel like it's talking about how I do think he's going to put his part. I do feel like it. I think he's going to try to reach out, even though you coincidentally bumped into him, or again, this wasn't really. But yes, from what I'm seeing right here, point is that I do see him putting energy. I do see that he's going to be putting effort. Okay, so he will be putting effort. I do think he, if he's not doing this right now, it would be in the future, where he's going to make it known that he wants to continue interacting with you. Okay, but for some reason, I'm seeing an argument, and there's going to be a lesson attached to that, karma attached to that. Okay, and so yes. So Rhoda, do you have any other questions for me? You could see that? Okay, okay, okay. Do you have any other questions for me before I move forward with the next person? All right, go ahead. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I took advantage that I'm here in Mexico and I got a perm, I got highlights, I did a deep conditioning treatment. I've never done a perm before, but I'm kind of pretty satisfied because I have this thing where like I always tie my hair up, and then when I let my hair grow, I let my hair down. See that big old bump, when you tie your hair. I've had my hair up all day, and I let it go. Took off the scrunchie, and it's straight. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I did all of that. But yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Took advantage of the fact that it's pretty cheap over here. I found someone that was really good and I was very satisfied. So, right, easy fix. And I love it because they told me I can shower, wet my hair, and all of that, and it will always be straight. So I'm excited about that. So I don't have to damage my hair. Um, all right. So, all right, Slim, I'll be with you in just a second, okay? All right. And so Rhoda just sent her payment already. Let me double check because I'm not hearing anything. What is going on? All righty, guys. Okay. Okay. Solid connections. Are you talking about like friendships? Are you talking about maybe like potential lovers? What do you mean by solid connections? Are you talking about business connections, like investors? What do you mean by solid connections? Romantic. Okay, romantic. Okay. Let's see if we see any good potential love candidates that are coming your way that are healthy and willing and capable to give you a quality love relationship that you deserve. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. When do we see it happening? Well, do we see it happening in the next few months? I'm going to see if it's going to happen anytime before the year ends since we only have 3 more months. So let's go ahead and see if we see you meeting any good potential love candidates coming your way before 2024 ends. Do we see Rhoda Capricorn meeting any good love potential candidates anytime between now and the very end of 2024? Alrighty. All right, so we have the Emperor, Five of Cups, King of Cups, Two of Wands, Knight of Wands, and also the Four of Cups. Crazy. I think you would meet someone in the next few months, for sure. As a matter of fact, I give it 2 weeks. You meeting someone. 2 weeks. I think it might be a fire sign, most likely an Aries. I see a fire sign, most likely an Aries. Yeah, for sure. Or this could be a moon sign, a rising sign. I do think this person is going to be established and he knows what he wants. He goes after what he wants. Okay. So, yeah, I do think you will meet someone. Everyone that has come around in, neither not attracted to or they don't want me. Okay. So, yeah, I do think you're going to meet someone. I definitely do. I give it about 2 weeks. And I see it could be a possible fire sign, most likely an Aries. And I think he would be a good potential candidate. The only thing is that I feel like you might not be satisfied. You might not be satisfied, but he could be a good potential lover. The only thing is that I don't think you're going to be interested. Okay. But I do think he is going to be someone who is established. And he is someone who might come off a bit detached. The only thing is that it's not that he's not romantic. I just feel like he's just someone who's very well in control of his emotions. That's how it's been going. Yeah. I'm sorry, but I do think you are going to meet someone, and I think you would meet someone before the year ends. I just don't think you're going to be satisfied. I do think he's going to be someone who's healthy, though, someone who could potentially give anyone, a good relationship. I'm either not interested or they aren't. It happens. Okay, girl. Well, Rhoda, do you have any other questions for me? Alrighty, Rhoda, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do have another question, you are more than welcome to ask later. And you are more than welcome to stick around, chat with us, talk with us, and see how everyone's reading is. Okay, you don't have to feel like you have to let go. Okay, so thank you so much. Alrighty. Don't you just want somebody to match your energy out here for real? That's literally how it is, right? Facepalm. All right. Let's go ahead and update this list because we got quite a few payments. Let me see. So we have Slim and then Christine. Alrighty. All right, so this is the updated list. Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Bingerhoff, S.J. Sons, Lynn Tran, Deshawn Pio, Yali Ortiz, Tara G. Ram, Slim, and then we have Christine. Let me know who is on the list that is here on the live chat right now. Let me know in the live chat that you are here present. All right, Slim, let me know your name, zodiac sign, and your question along with that in one comment so we can pull it up and we can do your reading. So Natisse is a Pisces, that is Slim, and Demetrius is an Aquarius. I was here yesterday. You said he was confused and not dealing with anyone else. I guess I'm just wondering if he will reach back out to me. We are on another break. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if he will. And then you are. Let's see if we see him coming back. And if so, a time frame. When do we see him showing back up? All right, so we have Six of Swords in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and Death. And at the bottom of the deck, we have King of Cups in reverse. No, I don't think he's going to reach out, but I'm tempted to say that it feels like you are going to be tempted to reach out to him or to try to make contact in some way, shape, or form. So, because I feel like you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's going to feel like you're waiting endlessly. And I think you are going to want to reach out and say something or try to get his attention in some way, shape, or form. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. As far as him doing it himself, I actually got a definite no. I got all 6 reversos. And the cards are stating this is done. Cards are saying that this is done. And as a matter of fact, this is telling me right here that the challenge here is that you're never going to you were never dealing with someone that is willing to open up anyway. He's someone that's never going to open up to you. He's always going to be very protective of himself, his feelings, his thoughts. I don't think he would ever share what's in his mind, what's in his heart, or just be completely vulnerable with you. But I feel like you might be tempted to say something or reach out to this person. So, yeah, I don't think it would be him. I think it would be you. Okay. I would suggest finding the temptation because, especially seeing this card, you would just be beating a dead horse. Okay. So, Natisse, do you have any other questions for me? I'd be wanting to text, but my pride won't even put me there, but nothing else. I hope so. I really hope so, but it seems like in the future there's a possibility that you might. Okay, so I would suggest you keep fighting the temptation like you are doing now, because from what the cards are suggesting is that you might fall into that temptation in the future. Okay, but fight the temptation, all right? Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, stick around if you want to. Okay. So this is the updated list now. Now, if you see your name on the list, let me know that you are here. Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Binkerhoff, S.J. Signs, Lynn Tran, Deshaun Peel, Yali Ortiz, Tara, G. Ram, Christine, and Capricia Boyd. All right, Capricia Boyd is here. Now, is Christine here? Christine, are you here? Christine, are you here? All right, Christine, you are next. Christine Aries, what's the best step for me to take in this month and the month ahead? Regarding what? Let's specify the question. Let's not make it too general, guys. These $5 readings are they're not meant to be general and 40 minutes long. So let's make this a bit more specific. You want advice in love? Do you want advice in your career? Do you want advice at the job that you're working on right now? Do you need advice when it comes to friends? Are you having trouble with friends, relatives? Okay. So you want to know advice for you regarding love for the next few months. Am I correct? All right. So you want advice for yourself. Okay. Self love. Okay. So you want advice regarding self love for the next few months ahead. Okay. All right. Perfect. I love that question, as a matter of fact. It's actually really a good thing that people ask these questions because that shows that, you think about yourself. You worry about yourself, you think about yourself, and you want to be the best version of yourself. Yes, because I'm feeling stuck and just need some new self love to attract the things I want. That is very smart. A lot of people don't know that the more they focus on themselves, the more they can easily attract things, specifically love as well. When the more they work on themselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. All right, so we have in the bottom of the deck Ace of Wands, and then we have Ace of Swords in reverse, King of Cups. All of you guys are getting similar cards. Six of Pentacles, and then the Four of Wands. All right. So basically what they're telling me right here, when I see the Ace of Wands, to me the Ace of Wands always suggests being in the present, staying in the present. Don't live in the past. Don't think about the past. Don't be too focused on the future, and focus on the present. Focus on right now. I think that would be essential for you right now. Focusing on the now, what's right in front of you. And this is also about taking risks. Right under that Ace of Wands in the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So this is about risks, This is about sacrifices and not worrying about what the future would look like. If something feels good right now, take that risk, and you worry about the future later. Okay? And of course, that's with reason. That's with reason. Okay, we don't just jump off a cliff and we'll be like, we'll worry about the consequences later. It just feels like fun right now. Okay, it's with reason as well. Okay, um, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this talks to me about how we could be living in the past. We could be, we're right now in a different phase, in a different setting, in a different chapter in our lives, but in our minds, because this is a swords card in our minds, we could be thinking about old memories, old people, or past lovers, I mean. Not old people, but past lovers. And we're living in the past. And your challenge here is this is someone who is the master of their own emotions. Okay. Someone who is the master of their own emotions. So, this being in your challenge, this is telling me that what has been a challenge for you is being in control of your emotions. So much so that this could be something as simple as, yes, I am living in the past too much. Christine, remind me, what's your zodiac sign again? Oh, there you go. You're an Aries. Never mind. But this is telling me right here that this is about having control over your feelings, having control over your emotions. Okay. And being a master at that, because this is the King of Cups. This is someone who's very good at controlling themselves, not to the point where they're just completely cold and detached, but someone who is focused on that. And as far as your advice here is, I think one thing that would help you is knowing who you can be generous with and knowing who you can't be. And this is more than just money, right? But let's just use the example about money. You can let certain people borrow money. But then there are certain people you can't. People that would take advantage of you or abuse the help that's right in front of them. So with this card, it's almost like it's saying that as far as your advice, you can be generous. You can be generous with your time, your love, favors, but it's about knowing who you can be that way with. Okay. And then we end the reading with the Lovers. So I do think that you will be building a foundation with somebody else, that's for sure. But the cards are telling me right here, as far as self-love is concerned, you're living too much in the past, okay? And this is all about living in the present, doing what you think feels right now, and being a master of your own emotions. I'm still dealing with my ex, but I've been listening to cord-cutting meditations and slowly withdrawing, but I'm needing to completely withdraw. Well, Christina, I can suggest someone for you if you want a Reiki master. I don't do Reiki, but I actually go to this person myself to do Reiki sessions, previous, the week before when I didn't do any live streams. It was because I was super drained doing the live streams and also needing to wake up in the morning and run back and forth between government offices because I'm doing stuff with my mom's property. So I can recommend someone for you if you want someone to help you with accelerating the process or to help you with the cord cutting. And they also do distance if you're not in California. They do distance healing as well. Okay, so, oh my God, this is how I'm currently feeling right now. I've been helping my ex, but I feel like a bozo last night and literally thought about how much I'm helping him and how he doesn't do the same. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Well, okay, Christine, all you have to do is send me an email, or you know what, just send me a message on my website, or you can go to my email, yvonne@mermaidoracle.com, and I will send you her information. I'll just send you her Instagram, or I'll send you her website. I just suggest sometimes Instagram because, everyone does things on Instagram now too, as far as business. But I'll give you her website. I'll give you her website, her Instagram, so you can get a hold of her. She does also do distance Reiki as well. And what I like is that she actually, instead of doing like one session, she actually gives you 4 sessions for the price of one. Like 4 15-minute sessions, in the span of 4 days instead of just doing it all in one. And I think it's actually better. So if I were you, if you want to accelerate the process, then do so. But going back to what we had said about being generous and even-handed and knowing when you can do that for certain people, and you're saying you're doing that with your ex, you're helping him a lot, but he's your ex, and how much he doesn't do the same. There's a lesson in that, Christine. There's a lesson in that. And we're living in the past. We shouldn't be living in the past anymore. Present. Don't focus on the future and what it looks like. Don't focus on the past and all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's about right now. Okay? Alrighty. So, Christine, do you have any other questions for me before I proceed with the next person? I did not. I got the exact answer I needed. Thank you. You're welcome, Christine. He doesn't deserve your help, okay? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And I said that multiple times. And you can stick around if you want, okay? You're welcome, Christine. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and show the updated list. All right, so this is the updated list. All right, Christine, thank you so much. I got your email. Alrighty, so we have right here Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Binkerhoff. Let me pull that up actually. Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Binkerhoff, S.J. Sines, Lynn Trandy, Sean Peel, Yanni Ortiz, Tara G. Ram, and Capricia Boyd. Alrighty, so if you're on the list and you're here, let me know. I know Capricia's here, so Capricia, you can go ahead and send me your question. Okay, I know you're a Libra. Go ahead and send your question. Capricia is a Libra dealing with David, who is also a Libra. It is a situationship, and you want to know how the date will go. We have been together for a while. Okay. So you guys are situationship. From what I'm understanding, you guys had a date recently. I just want to understand correctly. You guys had a date recently, and you just want to know how it went for him, or like how he took it. Is that what you're asking? Okay, we are about to go on a date. Okay, so what is exactly your question then? Okay, all right. So I'm guessing this is a situationship. You guys probably haven't seen each other in a minute. You guys are about to go on a date, link back up. So what exactly is your question? You want to know how the date will go? How will it go? Okay. All righty. Capricia, I want you to ask yourself, why are you still here? When I see this card for a Libra, which I know both of you guys are a Libra, but I really got the feeling this was you. Could be him too, but I'll double check. But I got the feeling this is you. When I see this card for a Libra, Queen of Swords in reverse, this tells me that you're holding on to someone because really there is no good reason. Don't mean to laugh, but there's really no good reason. This sometimes can come out for people who are so afraid of leaving a situation behind because they're insecure, or this is someone who fears leaving someone behind because they fear it might be a mistake. This could be someone who fears leaving someone behind because they might not want to start over and do the whole dating again and meeting someone else and all of that. And sometimes this can represent because they're not ready to let go. And sometimes when I see this card, there isn't even any emotions left. It's just the idea that it's familiar. And sometimes we fall in love with love. So when I have this in the middle, I feel like that is the case. As far as how the date will go, well, he definitely will feel like you put him on a pedestal. He definitely will feel like you really care about him. But this is something that he knows very well about himself, that he knows very well about himself that he can fall in love just as fast as he can fall out of love. But at the same time, he does wonder how you feel and where he stands in your life. I feel like moving forward, I think as far as like how you're going to try to approach the whole thing, I think you're going to be like, well, I'm going to see if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. If it's not, then it's not. But in your mind, you have the Lovers in reverse. Now, I don't know if this is a thing where you're starting to think to yourself like, "Oh, this isn't going to last. I know this is going to end." Or this could be a fear, or this could be you wondering if this would happen, a separation. We have the Lovers in reverse, a separation. So this being in your thoughts, this could be saying that either you fear that this would happen, or you predict that this would happen, the separation would happen, or, well, yeah, basically all of that, right? Will it go good? Yeah, I do think so, but I think someone is going to end up putting their distance. I think someone here is going to end up putting their distance. As far as the date or you guys linking up, I think it would be great. Totally. But I think someone here after that is going to put distance for sure. So it's not the move. What do you mean it's not the move? I don't understand. I am not well versed in my slang, even though I am from LA. Sorry about that. I tend to live under a rock. I didn't learn what demure was until like a week ago. Okay? Or demure, however you say it. Okay? So forgive me. Like I shouldn't even go. Oh, okay. Well, that kind of makes sense. Um, the thing is that I think this isn't something you should entertain. Unless if you're not really looking for anything serious and you're just looking for a little distraction for now until something better comes along, then hey, do you, boo. But if you're really expecting for something more specifically from this person, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think you should think about why you're still here. The cards are telling me that, are you really into him? Are you really into the fact that, into an ideology here? Falling in love with love, or holding on to him because you don't want to start over, because you haven't given up on this yet. And as a matter of fact, I think you would just be stroking his ego by going, which I don't think it's going to be in a good way anyway. It's not going to result into anything good, at least good for you. So yeah. But yeah, that would be up to you whether you should or shouldn't go. Because that wasn't really the question. Your question was, how was it gonna go? And I think, as far as the experience goes, I don't think you're gonna have an unpleasant time. I don't think it's gonna be a thing where you guys are gonna argue or, just have a bad time. But if you're looking for something of substance and all, the cards are really trying to tell you to ask yourself, why are you really here? Because when I see that Queen of Cups in reverse, usually when I see that card, this person is not here for the right reasons, or holding on to a relationship for all the right reasons, okay? All right, Caprice, whenever you're ready, go ahead and send your donation and ask your next question. Why am I not getting these notifications? Oh, you did. Holy crap, you did. Okay, never mind. You did. Okay, what is coming towards you that is good in love? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was looking for a fix from David. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean to say. Like the cards were telling me with that Queen of Swords in reverse. Like it was like it was asking me to ask you, like, why are you really here? Like you're not here for love. Like, and I wasn't. Sometimes with that card, like it can suggest that maybe you don't realize that, or maybe you do. And it just depends from each person, you know. Nothing serious at all. He is an ex with good sex. It's alright, it's alright. Um, but let's see. Do we see any good love candidates? Any good love candidates coming uh towards the priest? Libra. Do we see Caprice, Libra, meeting someone new, someone good that is willing and capable to provide Caprice Libra with a loving relationship, loving, committed relationship? Let's go ahead and see. All right, so we have Page of Wands, the Hermit in reverse, the World, Queen of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands, and the Chariot in reverse. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands in reverse. So, I don't think you're going to meet anyone this year, although I do see you kind of being on a talking phase with someone. And I do see the ex, or I do see an ex trying to reach out. If it's not him, David. If it's not David, then it could be most likely a Virgo or a Sagittarius who I see might want to reach out from your past. But I do see you also being in a talking phase with someone. I think it's going to be a Sagittarius. This person from your past, but I do see you also talking, texting with somebody else. So I see that possibly happening too. But as far as meeting someone that's willing and capable to, someone that's good, healthy here and here, I don't think you're going to meet them for 8 years. I don't know why I'm getting 8 years. I already got 8 years for 2 people here already. But this one, I feel like it's not going to be less than 8 years. I feel like this is going to be a thing where it's going to be more closer to the 8-year mark. So, or at the 8-year mark. So what is that like? I can't even do my math right now. But I would say 8 years from now, okay? where I see you meeting someone of that potential. Other than that, I don't really see people who are going to be cooperative with you, who are not going to give you what you want, or this is going to be a thing with that chariot card in reverse. You're going to be interested, they're not, or they're interested and you're not. Okay. So, Caprice, do you have any other questions for me? Good to go. What does that mean? Are you done? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and of course, if you have any other questions in the future or later on in this live stream, you can always let me know. Okay. And you are more than welcome to stay. Don't feel like you need to leave. Okay. So we have right here Letty Speaks. You just submitted a donation. Thank you so much. You would actually be next on the list. I actually caught up with everybody. But there are certain people who are still on the list who still haven't shown up, who have paid about 2 weeks ago. So I wanted to put this list up out there just in case they have shown up while I've been here talking to Miss Capricia. So the list goes like this. So we have Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Binkerhoff, S.J. Steins, Lynn Tran, Deshaun Peel, Yali Ortiz, Tara, G. Ram. Alrighty. So those are the people who still haven't shown up. Right now we're going to do a reading for Letty Speaks. But if you are here on the list, and let me know that you are here. If you have submitted a payment but you don't see yourself on the list, also let me know. Okay? Someone's going through a glow up moment. Well, could be. Maybe I'm preparing for my husband. Oh, who knows? Alrighty. So whenever you're ready, Letty Speaks, let me know. Let me know. Letty Speaks Tarot, you are next. If there's anybody else who submitted a payment, let me know right now. Well, I wonder what happened to Letty. Goodness gracious, Letty. Where are you? All right, so you wanted to know about advice. Advice on what? What do you need advice on? Let me know. Caprice, what do you need advice on? How to move with different lovers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask advice for you when it comes to meeting new people. Like you said, the past is coming back and nobody of value is coming. Okay. So let's see advice for you in terms of love to attract the lover that you desire. All right, so we have Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and also the Six of Cups. In the bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles in reverse. All righty. So someone just asked the question, how high am I still taking donations? Yes, I am still taking donations. Okay, all you got to do is follow the instructions down below. And that's all. Just follow the instructions. Alrighty. So In the bottom of the deck with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like the thing about your past, I see that you were very focused on yourself as well. It could have been your studies, maybe apprenticeship, maybe doing some training, work, career. You were focused on yourself, and I feel like that could have been one of the reasons why you hadn't met the person that you so desire. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. The cards are just telling me why it hasn't happened right now. Okay. It is also telling me right here with the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race, and it does feel like that when it comes to your your love situation here. Um, it feels very slow. Feels like there has been some progress. Of course, it seems like there has been an improvement going from one person to the other to the other. I feel like there has been improvements as far as like your choices. But it seems like a slow progress. And at the same time, the cards are telling me that when it comes to certain people that you need to cut off, let's cut them off and let's resist the temptation to ever want to, talk to them again. What they recommend for you as advice with the Queen of Pentacles, to me, this is grounding meditations. So the way I like to do grounding meditations, it might sound a little too pagan for you, but I suggest doing it this way. I like to meditate with a tree. Okay. And I'm not a big fan of sitting on the floor. I don't like ants. I don't like bugs. So what I do is I bring a chair with me. So if you have a tree in your backyard or something, I would grab a chair. But let's not grab a metal chair. Let's grab a wooden chair. Okay. A chair that feels like a tree. So maybe a wooden chair, maybe a dining room table chair. If you don't have one, you can buy like the little kid ones at a thrift store, a little tiny one that you can leave outside. A rocking chair would be great too as well. And grounding meditations, it's about feeling like you're absorbing the energy of the universe and the tree, and also allowing the energy of the tree to take all of your negativity, taking all of that bad juju, let them take it. But at the same time, you're absorbing. And there's something that I love to say when I'm doing my breathing meditations. I say I inhale blessings, and when I say that, I'm inhaling, and then when I exhale, I say I exhale gratitude. I inhale blessings, and I exhale gratitude. Do that for as long. I would do that every day. I would do that every morning. Another way that people like to do grounding meditations is they like to be barefoot on grass. But like I said, I don't like bugs, so it's up to you. And if you really don't like to do meditations outdoors, you can go ahead and, how there's like these YouTube videos where they show like sceneries. I would just choose one where there's like nature and a tree, and you can use that to meditate, ground yourself, and use that visualization. And if you don't want to be next to a tree, you're worried that a spider is going to be coming coming on your shirt or something, which happens to me all the time. I have this thing where the universe, the goddess, likes to show herself to me, but with spiders, specifically black widows. Black widows chase me everywhere. That's why I don't like to do anything outside. The universe has a way of showing itself to me by showing black widows. So I don't like to do things outside. Heck, I even get black widows inside my house, and I don't even know how they come inside. So, yeah. So if you don't like bugs just as much as I don't, I would do it that way. So we have Evan Martin here. He said, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. And then we have So Bell. Thank you so much for coming here. Now, before I proceed with the next person, Caprice, do you have any other questions for me? Would you like to ask anything else before I move forward with Letty Speaks. Letty Speaks Tarot. Alrighty, Caprice, thank you so much. I will see you in a little bit. It's always nice seeing and hearing you, beautiful. You hope you had a good day. Very excited about yesterday's reading. I got you. Or I got from you. I'm excited for what's to come. Good. Good. I'm glad that you enjoyed your reading yesterday. And of course, if you guys want more readings, I'm here. If not, I'm going to be here the rest of the week. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the weekend, I got to go visit my grandma. So let's see. We have Letty right here. But let's see if there's anyone else who submitted a payment so I can go ahead and submit a question. Submit you guys on the list. Okay, so we have so. Alrighty. So after Letty Speaks, we have so. You're from the USA and you live in Kentucky. All right, that's pretty far. I'm right here in California, but currently visiting, traveling. I'm not in California right now. I'm traveling. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next person. I just started a passion venture. Just curious, how can I get business rolling in? Ooh, can you let me know what your zodiac sign is? November Sun. I don't have any of the payment methods down below. Okay, well, if you don't, the only other final option would be going to my website, mermaidoracle.com. Go to the section where it says book a tarot reading, click on that button. And once you click that button, it will take you to my Wizio. And the first service option is going to be the $5 YouTube readings. You can submit your payment there. Okay? That would be your final option. Okay? I wouldn't have any other way for you to send the money. I only accept payments either through Cash App, which is the $ Mermaid Oracle 1, Venmo, which is at Mermaid Oracle, or PayPal at Yvonne Rivas Tarot. All right, so you are a Sagittarius. You started a passion project, and you want to know, how can you get your business rolling in? All right, let's see advice. Alrighty. Um, all right, so we have Three of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups, Strength in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. In the bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Cups in reverse, and you said you're Sag. It seems like this is something that really hits close to home. This is something that I feel like you want to be proud of, and it's something you are proud of. But at the same time, I feel like this is something you're really sensitive about. This is something that's really personal for you. This is something that you, again, it's a passion project, right? So, from what the cards are telling me right here is that this is important for you. This is definitely important for you. And especially seeing these cards, this is just really telling me that this is very important to you, so much so that this working out really means a lot to you. It really does. It really hits close to home, really hits right here in the heart. This is something that's really important to you, right in here. And it working out, it's more than just money for you. It's a pride thing. It's a lot for you. It's definitely a lot for you. And I can already see that you will or you are currently avoiding, not avoiding, but kind of keeping your distance with friends, with family. And it could be because you're focusing on what you feel like you're focusing on. But your challenge has been tapping into those emotions because it seems like this is something that's really important for you. But you need to tap into that passion of yours because at the same time, we're not feeling very confident. Not feeling very confident with this situation, okay? But I think what you need to do is keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy. You have extra time, focus on it. You have a little bit of extra time here. Try to figure out something, research, do something regarding your passion project. Use every little free time that you have, that you get to focus on your passion project. Every little moment, every little ounce would mean everything to this business. So this is basically saying continue doing that if you're putting distance with friends or family or just everyone because you're trying to focus on this passion project. Well, this is telling me continue doing that. Or if this is something you've thought of doing, this is probably the time where we should start focusing on that, focusing on working on that. Okay. So basically, as far as your advice to get your business going, I would say have tap into those emotions, let yourself feel the passion, be confident, continue keeping people at arm's length because you're going to need every single free time that you can have to focus on it. And your advice is to keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy unless you're eating, using the restroom, or or sleeping. Other than that, your time should be spent on your passion. Every ounce. And you being a Sagittarius, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay, because I know you guys are dedicated on whatever you guys want to dedicate yourselves at. So I feel like that's your advice. Every little free time that you get, focus on your passion project. It's going to be worth it. Keep yourself busy. Now, Letty Speaks, do you have any other questions for me? Love that on point. So keep doing what I am doing. No, but thank you. You're welcome, Letty Speaks. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and you are more than welcome to stick around, chat with us. Don't feel like you have to leave if you don't want to, and I hope to see you soon. Okay? Alrighty. So, these are the people who I have next. Anissa Wilson, Stephanie Bakerhop, SJ, Lynn, Deshaun Peel, Yanni Ortiz, Tara G. Ram, and So. If you see yourself on the list, let me know here on the comments that you are present. If you paid for a reading but don't see yourself on the list, also let me know in the comments so I can add you to the list. All right, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your name. If it's not so, your zodiac sign and your question, okay? But it does have to be your first real name, okay? Not your nickname, not your username. It doesn't have to be your name. And it has just your first name. I don't need your full name, okay? Sophie, first question. After my internship and graduation, what can I anticipate my career life to turn out for me? I'm a clinical therapist, Taurus. Awesome. All right, so on the bottom of the deck, we have the star. So I went ahead and I asked, do we see you getting a job within a year after your graduation? Okay, so I don't think it's going to happen within a year. I see you getting a job as a clinical therapist within 2 years. Okay. So I do, and I think it's going to be like love, probably even marriage therapy, like couples therapy, stuff like that, love related. Because I'm seeing this right here. So probably like love, marriage therapy, probably even family therapy, um, love related stuff. So yeah, yeah. So I don't see it within a year. I see it within 2 years. Um, just be persistent. Look for it. All right. And it is telling me here that your challenge, though, is don't wait around. Okay. Use every single minute of your time to put yourself out there, work on your resume, applications, every every single second, every single minute. Okay. You do not want to waste time analyzing, thinking, do I want to work there? Do I not want to work there? Just apply. Just apply everywhere. Okay. It takes about 2 years to get the big license. Okay, that makes about right. That makes sense. And it is telling me here, you know, try to see the situation as half glass full. Okay, don't worry about the competition that's out there. I know there's a lot of people who study psychology and stuff like that, and it's one of those fields that people say that it's really hard to get a job at. You know, but this is telling me right here, you will. You will. It's just I feel like it's a balance. Let's not be our own worst enemy by thinking negatively and use every single ounce of your time to look for something. And I see something about marriage, couple therapy, even family therapy, stuff like that. Okay. Yes. Very competitive. Yes. Oh, no. I very much know. All righty. But I think you're going to do fine. I think you're going to do well. This is about just having the confidence, believing in yourself, and also having that reflect when it comes to interviews. People want to know that they're hiring someone who knows what they're talking about and also someone who's confident in the field. Okay. If you're not confident, people can smell that from like a mile away. You know, but if you show that, this is like something, that's easy for you, that you really got your groove going, it's about believing in yourself, okay? Alrighty, so do you have any other questions for me today? What is in the cards for your love life? What is your relationship status? Single and looking, single and in a situationship? Um, what's your status? What's your status? Are you in the middle of a divorce? What's your status? I'm still single. I've been busy with school. It's been hermit season for a while. I'm ready to date. Alrighty. I want my mate. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. Do we see you in a committed relationship before the year ends, or meeting someone with whom you have the potential of having a committed relationship with anytime between now and the end of the year? If not, then when? Yeah, I'm saying there has been a hard time of you picking up a relationship because you've been super busy, and it seems like a past life lover or someone from your past had wanted to show up or will show up. I'm gonna check what that's about. Mm, fire sign, or there was someone in your past that could have been an issue where someone in your past you had either a past connection with or a past life connection with. That could have also been a reason why you haven't met the person that you need to meet. Okay, so let's see if you will meet someone that would potentially that you can with whom potentially start a healthy, good relationship with. Um, if not when. Damn Aries, he fumbled me and was doing magic on me, but my ancestors are greater. Yeah, yeah, like I saw a fire sign. But the thing is that the weird thing about him is that he like just wanted to tie you up to him, but he still wouldn't have given you the relationship that you wanted or that you want. And I don't even think like yeah, like I think like he just wanted you to be after him and him just be indecisive and weird. So that's interesting. Yeah, yeah. See, and I'm sure you were already picking that up. It's like you want me all over you, but you weren't even gonna, you don't even like me like that. You don't even want to give me a relationship. That's kind of what I see, you know? Um, that's like an Aries. Yeah, so I picked that up and that could have been that along with you being really busy and yeah, like you've just been focusing on money and you just not making the money that you want to see. He was narcissistic. I picked his card early and left. Okay. Alrighty, so in the bottom of the deck, we have three of Pentacles, and then we have nine of Pentacles, Judgment, Ace of Cups in reverse, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Swords, and Strength in reverse. Ow, ow, ow. Why am I getting a cramp? I don't think you're going to meet anyone this year. At least not anyone that's worth your time. I do see still karmic relationships. Maybe it could be this fire sign that I was picking up. But I see only karmic relationships. I see you meeting someone within 9 years. I know that's a long time. And as a matter of fact, it is going to tell me that you're going to be really worried. It's going to get to a point where you're going to be really worried as to whether or not you're really going to meet that person or not. Don't worry about that because if you let it get to you, I see that you'll eventually start looking at yourself and telling yourself, well, what's wrong with me? Um, why am I not attracting that person? And I see your self esteem being bruised up and your ego just being bruised. So don't turn that whole thing into you. This is all a timing thing. You needed to focus on your stuff. You needed to deal with that karmic relationship. And apparently, there's more karma coming. Um, whether that's with this Aries person or other people as well. But I see it in 9 years' time, and from what I'm seeing right here is that you're gonna get worried. I see you're gonna get worried, which I know that sounds like a really long time, but that person will come. Okay, but I do see during meanwhile with that Judgment card, I see karma. Okay, I see karmic lessons. Time for Olympia. Well, yeah, Olympia will do the job, of course, but karmic lessons are there for a reason. But you can easily learn the lesson by, learning it the first time and then let it disappear and don't repeat that lesson ever again. Whether it's the same lesson, different body, or same lesson with the same person. Cut that shit. You know, the moment you see someone being a narcissist, the moment you see a repeated lesson that you already dealt with, whether it's with the same person or a different person, just don't go there. Okay, you can do Olympia too for sure, um, but yeah. And who knows? Maybe we can ask again if after your Olympia, if it will get better or we can accelerate the process. But I see it within 9 years' time, and I see that really hitting your ego. I see, as the years go by, you're gonna look at yourself and be like, there must be something wrong with me, and that's not the case. Okay. You have lessons. I see lessons coming. You leave as soon as you see signs. Okay, good. And you're a therapist, of course. So, yes, just continue to leave. Like, whenever you see bad things, continue to leave, okay? And make sure that whenever you meet a new person, give them their, you know, start off on a new slate, okay? Don't bring that baggage into a new relationship, okay? Which I know you know that you're a clinical therapist. Um, and yeah, yeah. So just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. I repeated my lessons my whole 20s with different people, but now that I think I learned it, things seem to be getting better. Of course, because we're not putting ourselves in those situations. We're not allowing those things in our environment anymore. So of course, when you eliminate all the bad stuff, only good stuff stay, obviously, right? So so good luck. Hope you find the one sooner. Yes, okay, thank you. So yeah, I mean, you can try, try to do Olympia. Let's see if that accelerates the process maybe. I don't think it would, but hey, you never know. I don't do Olympias, but I see lessons. I see lessons coming your way. And if you see bad signs, if you see people acting kind of sketch, just keep making them go away. But as the years go by, I see that eventually you're going to try to blame yourself, as to why you can't find that person. Don't go there. Okay. You're going to go into this rabbit hole of sadness and sorrow and self pity. And we don't need that. We do not need that. Okay. That Aries was probably trying to block new love for me. Probably. Probably. I mean, we can ask if you want, you know, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if you say he's doing work on you. How do you know he did work on you? Did he tell you? Goodness gracious, a mosquito bit me on my wrist and it hurts. No, he didn't. It came up in a reading. Okay. All right. All right. Sure, I'll send another donation. Sure, go ahead. The sooner you learn your lessons, the better. I had to grieve so bad the fact that I realized a lot of the suffering we put ourselves through because I dwell people and situations for years. Exactly. Sometimes, and that's something that I feel like I've learned personally myself, even though like my dreams warned me about certain people. I had my mother show up to me to warn me about certain people that I was dating and stuff like that. And even as an intuitive person myself, and me getting these signs, I'm guilty of it too, guys. Like, I'm not perfect. Just because people sometimes ask me this question, well, if you're psychic, how come you're not married already? And it's like, I have lessons too. I am human. And, a lot of people do, you know, even though I get the answers, from my ancestors, from my dreams, I've even ignored them, and I put myself in situations that were, I could have easily avoided, but that was a lesson for me. One of my lessons was it's okay to end things, because I've always thought of myself as someone who's not a quitter, and I've always been the fixer kind of person, if you know what I mean, thinking I can fix somebody. Um, and I just learned that, first of all, I don't need to be fixing anybody. It's none of my business. Okay. And people are gonna change when they are ready to change. And that's if they ever want to change. And I don't need to put up with any of it, you know? So I cried earlier today. Everything came up from last night's reads. It hit me how she didn't really ever will care as much as I cared for her. I isolated myself for 2 years because of that. Wasted time, of course. The gifted and the chosen ones are hard to match romantically. I wouldn't say so. I mean, I just think, because we work on ourselves and because we are so healthy that it's so hard to find a match. There's a lot of unhealed people who settle, you know, and you probably know this but from my experience, hardly ever have I met couples that are married for love. And hardly ever, and for those who did marry for love, hardly ever did those couples still love each other. They stick around because of financial reasons, because they have a house together, because they have kids, because they know they can't make it on their own, you know? And I know I don't want to be in a situation like that ever. And I know for us spiritual people, for us new agers here, that isn't enough. We want something that is a spiritual connection, a loving connection, something that's going to fulfill us, not something that's going to be just someone there. You can accept mediocre, of course, of course, of course. But I learned, and also I know not everyone will love the same as us. The right one will love us the right way. Exactly. Exactly. Did the Aries do magic on me? Okay, let's see if he did a bind on you, or if he did some kind of magic on you. Can you give me the Aries first name? Can you provide me with his first name, please, So? I just want to make sure that I focus on his name, his zodiac sign. I'm just going to call him Francis, okay? I can't pronounce that. I'll call him Francis. It's franc in French. Oh, okay. Then again, Aries and Taurus, not good, not good. Francois. Alrighty. So we have the Hermit in reverse, and we have Five of Swords, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man, Knight of Swords in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so the thing is that I don't know. Okay, so the cards are telling me he did. He hired someone. He did, and the person did do the work. I don't know if this person was a rookie or whatever, or this person was a beginner, just did it wrong. But what it did instead is that instead of binding you to him, it binded him to you, which is the reason why he hasn't left you alone. Does that make sense? So maybe that's why you feel like, it didn't work because yeah, like it just made him even more obsessed. You see how obsessed he is? He's like, so it's like instead of binding you to him, it bound him to you. Well, that sucks for him. Okay, so does that answer your question? And that's probably why you felt like it didn't work, you know? You feel his energy pulling you. Maybe it's just that you're empathic, you know? Because, and if you're here, it's because we are all new agers. If you're here, it's because I know you're a new ager, probably are into some type of, spiritual path of some kind, or you're on the path. And you probably empathically can pick up what happened or what he tried doing. And maybe you picked up that this bind that happened, but like I said, like she didn't even do it right in this situation. And yeah, you're an empath. Yeah, it made sense. If you picked up on something, it makes total sense, because from what I saw is that, yeah, she did the work, but I don't know if she was just new or she was just fucking with him. I don't know. But it's like instead of binding you to him, she he or she bounded him to you, which is why he can't even let you go. Hi, Evan. If you're interested in a reading, you are more than welcome to send it. Nice. The language I want to learn is French for when I go to France one day with my future lover. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm 4% French. That's wonderful. So yeah, like I said, it sucks for him. And that's probably why he hasn't left you alone, and that's why he seems to, but that's probably why I picked him up in the cards, so sucks to be him, now he's bound to you. So if I were you, I would just like make fun of him and be like, I know you're obsessed. Loser, you know? Um, so yeah. Do you have any other questions for me, So? His ego's bruised. Well, it's going to continue being bruised because he's going to continue to get rejected because he's nowhere near close of letting you be. Okay. Do you have any other questions for me, So? And you mean specifically biological children, not adopting, right? To answer your question, Chrissy, no, I have not, because I feel like I don't mean to bring the racial thing, but I'm just saying from my own experience, I think it really only works for white people. And the reason why I say that is because I've tried it and it doesn't pick up any records of my grandparents, nothing, nothing. But every time I talk to a white person that has done it, it's like they can find anything. They can find everything. But I do want to do the 23andMe, which is the one that, they take your blood and they get to see, genetically what you are. Biological mom or a surrogate. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to see first if we see you having children of your own biologically, like you bearing your children. Okay, so I'm going to see about that. I don't see you having children of your own, but definitely a surrogate. And I think you're going to hire a female who might be an air sign, a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I have a feeling it's going to be a Libra. But yes, I do see that. I see a surrogate, no children of your own. I'm going to see if it's a personal choice or if it's something because you can't bear children. Honestly, I think you're going to get a surrogate even before you even find someone. I think it's the fact that, because you won't have someone. And then, So I feel like before you even meet a partner, before you even get to be with somebody, I think this is going to be a thing where like it's because you're not with anyone. So you're just going to be like, okay, well, I want kids now. And I see you hiring a surrogate. And I feel like it's going to be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, most likely a Libra. Okay. Okay, yeah, I have a heart condition where having my own is a huge deadly risk. Yeah, that's what I saw. Like, I don't see that being a thing. And even then, like, I feel like by the time you decide to have children, like, it's because I don't even see you having a mate in the first place. So I think you're just going to go ahead and hire someone because there's nobody. And at the same time, you do want kids. So you're going to hire a surrogate. So you might meet your forever person or your partner to be after having children. Does that make sense? Alrighty, so do you have any other questions for me tonight? Thank you so. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and like this video. You're more than welcome to stick around and chat with us. Don't feel like you have to leave out here, okay? Thank you so much for your donations. Alrighty, so Miss Honey Love, you submitted a donation. Let me go ahead and double check for you. All right, Denise Rivera. All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your question along with your name and your zodiac sign. All right, so your name is LaShawn. You are a Gemini. Can you give me Chris's zodiac sign, please? Will Chris and I reconcile? Can you give me Chris's zodiac sign? He is a Virgo. You are a Gemini. And you want to know if you guys will ever reconcile. Okay. Now, I do see that he will return or that he has already returned, but as far as a reconciliation, I don't think so. I just see that you guys are just holding on to each other, or he could be holding on to you for all the wrong reasons, or you could be holding on to him for all the wrong reasons, or you guys are just bound to each other. But there's no true love there. There's no true love here. This is obsession, this is lust, and just not ready to let go just yet. Okay? So, like I said, I don't think there's going to be a reconciliation, but either there has been a thing where you guys have already recently been in contact, or there will be contact. But I don't think that there will be a reconciliation. No, I don't think so. And it's because you're dealing with someone who doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants, and he doesn't know what he wants with you. So that's why at the same time, he's really just kind of playing games. He's really just playing games right now. Okay? He's not taking anything seriously right now because he doesn't even know what he wants. All right, Miss Honeylove, do you have any other questions for me today or tonight? Do you have any other questions for me tonight? We haven't spoken in 2 days, so you see him reaching out. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like I see that there either has been contact or there will be contact. Um, but I don't see a reconciliation. Do you have any other questions for me? The cards didn't say why, but if you want to go ahead and submit a donation, then I can see why there will not be a reconciliation. Yeah, if you want, I can see why it won't come through, but or why we don't see a reconciliation between the two of you. That would be an extra donation. All right, so let's see. Why will there not be a reconciliation? Why not? Why won't we see a reconciliation between you and Chris Virgo? So you are LaShawn Gemini. And why won't there be a reconciliation between LaShawn Gemini and Chris Virgo? Yeah, I see. Someone's going to leave. I see that somebody is going to leave. And I think it's going to be him. He's got the lover's card in, I mean, the lover's card, the devil in reverse in his emotions. So I think he's going to leave. I think I see him doing personal work on himself. So he could be doing spiritual work or possibly seeing a therapist or doing some meditations because this is telling me that we're dealing with someone. Then again, he is a Virgo, and then Virgo's represented by the Queen of Pentacles. This is telling me that I think he's working on himself. I think he's going to get to a point where he is working on himself and he's doing really good at that. And I think he's going to realize that he just doesn't feel the same way for you. This obsession, this bind that he had towards you, he just doesn't feel the same way. So for him, like, I don't even think it's true love. I think he's going to realize it was just obsession, lust, and even if that was the case in the past, he doesn't have that obsession for you anymore. He doesn't have that lust for you anymore. And he's just going to eventually put distance and he's just going to get too busy. Okay, he's going to end up prioritizing other things. But I feel like this is a thing though, like you allowed it. You allowed this person to come in and out. But I think it was because he felt stuck. He wasn't sure what to do. But I feel like he's going to do some work on himself. Like I said, this could be going to therapy, meditating, whatever it is, all of the above. And then he's going to realize through that process that he just doesn't feel that way for you and that his feelings for you weren't really love. They were lust, they were obsession. And that's why he couldn't let you go. But then he is going to let you go and he's going to put distance. He's going to be too busy, which means he's going to end up prioritizing other things. I do think you're going to have a hard time moving on though. I think it's going to be one of those things that you're going to have a hard time moving forward and healing from. Okay? So if you feel like you can't really let this person go, Miss Honeylove or LaShawn, I would suggest doing cord cutting meditations or helping you with healing. And so we can accelerate the healing because from what it looks like, this might be really hard for you. Or the way that he might do it might be really hard for you. So I would suggest cord cutting meditations. I would suggest Reiki. If you want to go ahead and email me, I can suggest my personal Reiki master that I hire to do my work, to do the work for me. I don't know if you saw me last week or 2 weeks ago, but I did a whole bunch of live streams 2 weeks ago. That last week I took the whole week off and I was just with my Reiki master and just kind of resting and doing other stuff. So if you want, email me and I can give you the information for the Reiki master that I personally go to. And to me, it's affordable. But I mean, if it's not, I think she's worth it. She has like 50, 40 years of experience. I don't know, but she's been doing this for a hell of a long time. And I think she's great. So if you are interested in accelerating the healing process or cutting the cord between you and this person, I will email me and I will share that information for you so you can contact her and you can do a Reiki with her. But yeah, so Miss Honeylove, do you have any other questions for me? Alrighty, LaShawn, thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again soon. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for coming in and watching this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Thank you so much for everyone who came in. I'm going to be back tomorrow. So if there are any questions that come up, you're more than welcome to ask. Nevertheless, take care. Namaste. Blessed be. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.